Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonia from Truesoulintuition, and we're here to do a bonus love reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter to bring forward a message from your heart space, to see what's going on in your love space and your heart chakra, and bring forward messages that Spirit really needs you to take notice of or focus on at this time. Hopefully we can bring some clarity to your love situation that you're inquiring about, and help you get some insight on what to do to be happy. Alright guys, that's the intention I'm setting for your reading today. If you're new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. I appreciate it. And if you're returning, thank you very much guys. I do appreciate that if you're returning again and supporting my humble little channel. It is definitely very heartwarming to have that. Alright guys, so if you're not too sure about the boundaries of this reading, please pause the video and go and have a look at the description box below, and it has all the boundaries of being a general reading, timeless reading. Roles can be reversed, cross watches, it'll play out from your perspective. Check out any other messages on my channel for your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. And if you're not too sure about your other placements, there is a birth chart linked in the description box below. My Facebook, feel free to join me there. I have a lot more one-on-one types of readings, and I will be initiating my live readings again within the next couple of weeks. So if you want to get to know me just a little bit better, follow me on Facebook, and if you want to contact me for a personal reading, all those details are in the description box below. Alright guys, Aquarius, hopefully we can pull out a really good message for you tonight, and help you move forward in this space. I just want to get grounded. I feel a little tense in my shoulders and stuff, so you might be feeling a little tight or tense about some type of situation going on with you, but we'll just pull in your energy for now, Aquarius, and see what Spirit wants you to take notice of or focus on at this time for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Let's see what Spirit wants you to take notice of and focus on at this time. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Alright. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. What the Spirit wants you to take notice of or focus on at this time. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Ooh, this. Guys, they want to talk. They want to talk. I can feel them, like they're just trying to find the right one. Ooh, I like that. New moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Oh gosh, Aquarius, communication. I'm not going to say this is Aquarius's weakest trait, but it's like, if this is a love situation and they're saying communication is key, you might not be communicating your emotions or feelings properly. You might be in two minds about somebody, or you may be, I don't know, but I just got like, they're just showing me two different people. You may be communicating to two different people. You may be dealing with a Gemini. You know, it's weird because I just got Princess Fiona. By day one way, by night another. You know, that's the phrasing I heard. So there's some type of duality going on with you. And well, let's get a little bit more. Let's see what the card says. So we want the new moon in Gemini. Let's see what this card actually says. Give me a sec, guys. For some odd reason, I cannot find it. Oh, here we go. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, texts, messages, and other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbour, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card will also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Attune to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Additional meanings for this card: time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. There's a lot of playful energy here with you, Aquarius. I feel like you may be embarking on something new, something a lot more fun. I'm getting the sexy vibes. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am getting that in this card. You're having fun, I think, when it comes to love, because you're definitely in two minds about something. Should I say something or should I move on? You know, it's like that song, eh? Say something, oh gosh, that was the wrong note for me. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm so sorry, I think I sang that in the same note. But it's that same thing. It's like somebody may be pushing for communication from you. And the thing is, I feel like you may, it's like you want to put something to bed and you want to look at something else. It's like you definitely want to start something new. All right, let's have a look. What does the Isis Oracle have for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please? Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go. And it says, the goddess of 10,000 names. If you have felt constrained by a role, name, or identity and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you have sensed a new role or identity calling you into greater expression and would love some divine help in that growth, this oracle indicates the help you need is already with you, urging your growth from within. So, okay, I like what it's saying here, because Aquarius, it may be asking you to actually communicate with yourself. What does Aquarius want when it comes to love? You know, write about it, write it down, write a list of the people that mean something to you. And it's actually asking you to grow. Like, you've got the communication may be a space in which you need to grow better, or more, make it more of a priority to you. And if there's something that you really need to express to someone, like you may be restricted from seeing them, you may not be able to see them, but it's like if you really need help to or have hesitation to communicate to someone important, then I think you have to really look at finding the power within to come forward and talk about how you feel. Because it is a love reading, so when it comes to love itself is an emotional space, and if we're not talking about love to the person that we love, then the person that we love may feel confused. You know what I mean? Like, it's, if we're not direct with how we feel, your person may feel confused about how they feel, how you feel about them, and then become confused about how they feel about you. And if you really love somebody, you need to make the effort. Okay? If this person's someone important, there has to be effort here. And the goddess of 10,000 names, it could be anything that you want it to be, basically. And it's duality. I talked about, like, there's definitely some type of pushing and pulling, that push me, pull you, give and take. Like there is definitely awake, asleep, by day one way, by night another. Like there is, I don't want to say bipolarism, but I just heard that word a little bit, bipolar. So if you may have some type of, I'm so sorry, Aquarius. I feel like I always pick on you. Um, I don't mean to say it bipolar, but you definitely are torn between logic and love. That's a better way to put it. So it does feel like you might be feeling a little bit wonky because you're conflicted in that space, and that's why they may want you to actually talk about it to someone else to get healing, or you may need to talk about it to the person that you care about to get healing with them. You know what I mean? Because it may weigh on your mind a lot. It may weigh on your mind a lot. There you go. Like unfinished business, and it's just, I want to move on, but how do I move on when I still have these wounds, because all you do when you move forward away from something is carry that wound with you unless you get the healing it needs. It can't just be a sticky plaster. It has to be something a little bit more hefty, a proper bandage, stitches. Let's go extreme and say, there's a deep gash or wound in my body. I can't go and bleed all over someone else. I've got to get that fixed. I've got to go to the hospital and get the medicine that I need. But maybe it's medicine for your soul or for your heart or for your actual feelings when it comes to love. You may have been hurt. This person may have hurt you. There's obviously some type of distortion when it comes to this love connection that you're inquiring about, okay? So let's just pull in your energy. Now the energy of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. When it comes to love, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. When it comes to love, please. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. When it comes to love. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. What is the energy when it comes to love? I just said, hold on, wait a minute. So, to the sea. To the sea, to the sea. To the sea is, it's about going into the flow of life. You're going with the flow right now. It's sort of like you don't really want to be consumed by your emotions. You're staying above water. But, okay, they just said, I spent 6 months in a leaky boat. Da 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 da. I wonder why they said that. You may have spent the last 6 months feeling really sad about something, but it's like here you have, I've referred to, you have a wound, but you can't just put a plaster on it. And it's almost like you've been sitting in this boat, but you knew it was going to sink because you already saw the holes. You've seen the holes from the beginning. So you may be thinking about someone that you care about, but you're trying not to. So you've just patched up your boat so that you don't drown. But it's just a patch. It's just like a quick fix, like an ego, like stroking the ego a little bit. Like, you may have moved on or may have... I don't like saying things like that because I feel like for the people that come in, they get hurt when they hear things like that. But Aquarius, instant gratification will only work for so long because in the end that sea won't always remain flat. The waves will come, and if your boat is leaking, if your boat has holes, you will be consumed by the water, and the water can mean our emotions. It will pull you back in. Don't be afraid of it. Go to shore and fix your boat so you can float and not sink. or leak, you know. It's a heaviness that you kind of, I feel like, if don't forget the roles can be reversed. So I feel like somebody's trying to avoid feeling things because it's easier to cope, but it's not healthy, because in the end it all catches up. What else does Aquarius need to know about the energy, please? Okay, co-create. Yeah. I'm getting X Factor coming in. It could all be so simple. The thing. You know, it's that song. I feel like it's just weird because the cheetah came in. And the egg, which has cheetah spots on it. And then you have the owl, which is on the line, which is about communication, clarity. And it's almost like you're like looking away from it. I'm not looking at that because that gives me the heebie-jeebies. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm not looking at the owl. I'm looking away. And it's just like this egg. Eggs in here always represent for me as a reader potential. Co-create is when you're working well in a team, but you're okay. You may have moved on, Aquarius, to fill the gap that you're missing with someone else. It's instant gratification, but it doesn't fulfill you, because the person that you may want, or the person that you feel connected to, is either at a distance or not communicating, and very different from you. And because you're not very eager to dive deep into the emotional water, you may have just sort of slapped a plaster on. That's what I'm getting. It's just like you need stitches and a bandage, but you've just put a plaster on it thinking it's going to fix it, but it just it doesn't, because your boat is leaking. It feels really heavy too. Like, it doesn't feel good. Like, there's a lot of things going on here in this energy of, I want to be alone, but I don't like to be alone. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, see? And here you have, here's this egg again. There has to be communication, you know, like there it is, the white flag, waving the white flag with peace, okay? 23 breaking down to a 5, so there is some type of conflict. It's like, I don't want to fight anymore, you know. I can see a couple of other storylines going on that an Aquarius has moved on to find someone better, but always in conflict because there's this wound, okay? So it may not have been where you've played up and moved on, but I feel like there was really a very strong emotional wound that was created for Aquarius coming in. They're coming forward with trauma. And it hurts. You know what I mean? As pain does, it hurts. And so you may have tried to ease the pain by sort of moving on quickly, but it won't take away the need to fix this pain. Like, it, you know what I mean? Like, it might feel good now, but is it filling you up? You know what I mean? Is it giving you that love space brightness, you know, the glow? Do you feel happy, or is it just physically satisfying? You know, like, is it just sex or is it love? You know, there is very different definitions in this. There's a lot going on for Aquarius that are coming in here. There's a lot. Like, it's complicated. Like, that's all I'm hearing. Is like, it's more than just surface stuff. It's deep diving that is being avoided for some odd reason. You're avoiding it. But in the end, it's going to consume you. You're going to want to make peace. You're going to want to reach out and wave that white flag with whoever it is that you're fighting with. Because it's like, I just can't move on unless I know everything's okay. And it's not even because you know, you may feel a little guilty, or your person may feel a little guilty. And there's that guilt. It's like a guilt just sitting there. There definitely needs to be communication here. I mean, these feathers are falling. They're white feathers. You know, it's usually definitely needing communication in this space to ease your heart, to find happiness, for you to be able to move on. It's like, I just need to make peace or make amends. All right, so let's pull in the energy of the person that's coming towards you in this reading. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. All right, imagine. You see, I just heard that song. Imagine all the people living. Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay. I just want to see the energy as a whole. They definitely feel disconnected. But you know, this Imagine is the dream big card. So you're in your emotions and this person's in their head big time. I'm going to say they're overthinkers. They come from a dysfunctional family. They're disconnected from their tribe. Their tribe is disconnected. Or they feel disconnected from a family that they may have yearned for. I don't know why I'm getting that. But they definitely are in the mind space, and they want to communicate. But the thing is, you're both coming forward with blue. You both want to communicate. Yours is in a very different way. It's more like, I want to communicate on a level where it's not going to take me deep, whereas this person is deep. They want to start deep, they want to end deep. You know what I mean? They want to know a lot. They want to know everything. But they definitely do feel disconnected from family member. They may have seen you as family. You may have had a family together. They feel disconnected from you within the family realm. So you may have had a really long-term relationship with this person. They have a lot of connection to you and your family. Let's see. I want to see the energy. Yeah, see, interesting. Soulmates in reverse. Definitely this person is consumed by the breakup. They're really feeling that disconnect, and that it's almost like, you know, I'm going to be honest, this person has somewhat of an attitude in a sense, like, but you have a similar attitude. So I feel like this is quite recent. I don't feel like this has been happening for like 3-5 years. I'm thinking 3-5 months, 6 months in a leaky boat. And this person, not that it's not an arrogance, but it's just like they're like that, you know, like that easy breezy me, like a new year, new me. I'm okay with being disconnected. I'm okay with not being your soulmate anymore or being together anymore. But really in reverse, they just feel this heavily. But they may come across as, yeah, I'm good. And you're sort of acting like, yeah, I'm okay. I've moved on, and really putting it out there. But inside, there's mumble. That's what I'm. Just because it always reminds me of mumble. This particular card always reminds me of mumble. You know, that the egg between. He comes out of the egg. Okay. For all those that this resonates with, this could be a child. This could be a child. The egg. This egg. You may have had a family together with children. You may have to make peace because you may want to reach out towards your children. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm just because Mumble was the child, the baby penguin. All right. Let's see the mutual energy between the two of you. You know, the mutual energy between Aquarius and the person coming towards them in this love reading. Yeah. What's in your head? In your head. I'm getting a lot of music with you, so you know, the need to communicate is becoming strong. Thinker. You're thinking. Yeah, I've been thinking about you. I'm getting all the thinking songs. So I feel like you both are actually acting like you moved on. Looking happy. You may be Facebook happy. But we all know Facebook or social media happy is not always truly how we feel on the inside. And really heavily thinking about what went wrong here. What do I need to do to fix this? Like you're both doing it. It's almost like somebody's clipped your guys' wings. Like you feel defeated in the sense that, you know, I don't believe that Aquarius ever intended for this to end, but you always saw the holes going on there. So your person that might be a high functioning overthinker. This is the phrase I always use when they're like really analytical, nitpicky. Okay? Like they pick themselves to death, like they're nail biters, they're nervous types. And you always try to be cool, calm, collected. And so does your person, but they really aren't good at it. And you may have moved on, but you know it's sort of like in the end you're going to have to make amends. This person might have been an idiot, but I don't believe that they've moved on inside, because they're feeling the loss. And you're acting nonchalant, but you're feeling it too. Your energy comes forward straight away with feeling alone. But you don't like to be alone. That's the thing. You need to be with somebody. You need to feel at home with somebody. But it's interesting because I'm just going to say, like, in the psyche, like for me, this is your energy coming forward, how you feel, and then the psyche. And it's like in your psyche, you're both conflicted or it's changing because 23 breaks down to a 5 and 41 breaks down to a 5. I think, I'll be honest, I think your person may actually want to be together, but it's like I'll be honest, I think Aquarius already realizes that there's a lot of things wrong with the functioning of this relationship, but won't speak about it. And your person won't talk about it, but you're thinking about it. I hope this makes sense. And here we have the tribe and soulmates in reverse. It's like this is really drawing me into loss. Like they feel this disconnection. They feel it so much that it's consuming them. I think they have a lot of sadness that they hide. Yeah, behind their eyes. Blue eyes. I said that. Blue eyes. Baby's got blue eyes. And it's just referring to the actual sadness, the blue sadness. You know, if you were to look into this person's eyes, you'd see how sad they were. Like that's what they're saying to me. Like they're really down. All right. Let's see how you think about each other. Let's pull out Aquarius and how they think about this person coming towards them in love. These are always the psyche cards. The Lady of the Harvest. Yeah. You're done. Lady of the Harvest is like, you know, it's like a purging. I don't know why I said you're done. But it's just like, you know, you're done with all the shit. You know, that's what I'm going to say. You're done with, you're clearing out all the bullshit now. It's like, all the things that, you know, this is like, you could be packing their gears up, putting them away, pictures of them, everything, like clearing out your phone, you know, everything. Just not, it's like, no, I want a fresh start. And the Lady of the Harvest, she comes in at the end of summer and takes away all the rotten fruit, you know, all the things that have spoiled or broken. And it's like, yeah, no, you're dealing with things, but in a very, I want to say regimented way. I want to say regimented, but it's not regimented. It's like, it's just like, you know, I just heard Lady Macbeth, you know, with the spot on her hand, and she's like, you know, I just want to, you know, I just want to wash the blood off my hands. You know, it's like that. It's like the guilt. If I get rid of all the memories of this person, then I won't feel so either negative or guilty. Because I feel like Aquarius is feeling a little guilty. And it just keeps coming back to the reference that you've moved on too soon. You weren't ready. And so you just like a clean slate, like you've just wiped, like as if you've almost memory wiped this person from your mind, because it's just easier for you to cope. It's a coping mechanism. But the Lady of the Harvest, she's actually very kind and compassionate. But it is a necessary, you know, if she didn't clear out all the broken pieces of the trees and the rotten fruit, then we would be up to our ears in decay. So it's almost like a coping mechanism of being able to move on or move forward, is that it's like a clean slate. You're starting again. Openly starting again. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see your person. Oh, gosh. Yep, definitely in their headspace. The Ra. This is what they call the blue balls. But it's like the blue ball of destruction. Now, the Ra has a lot of potential to be, interestingly enough, to be a positive thing or a negative thing. So they may be prone to tantrums, mental tantrums, exploding really bad. They may be aggressive at times when they can't deal with their emotions. Really go for the, you know, like they can be quite destructive in their mind. Now they came across with blue again. See, this is the blue balls card. They came across with Imagine, which was blue, and they sung that song Blue Eyes to Me. And you know, they have the Ra, which is the blue ball. So, but it's an atomic ball. Like if it gets out of control, it just explodes. You know what I mean? So it could be hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, potato. You know, it's like that. It's like hot to handle, too hot to handle sometimes. Like mentally, they're just chaotic. How they think and how they express is chaotic. Sporadic. It's erratic. Those are the words that are coming forward. Let's see how you think about each other. The mutual energy. What's the mutual energy? I'm getting Tina Turner. I don't know why. Okay. Topsy-turvets. Yeah, you spin me right round, baby, right round. Definitely someone from your past that you've gone full circle with around. It's like you've, what do they call it? A merry-go-round. You just jump on, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's like a lockdown. This is 51 and 52, and then your person. It's like a glitch. It's definitely some type of mental glitch here with this person. It's more so associated with them, the mutual energy of this cycle. Rinse and repeat. They don't know how to change it either. It's sort of like they haven't been given the tools growing up to know how to change this glitch. Because it's like, I can understand how Aquarius could move on from this person, because I feel like, well, I'll keep trying, but you keep doing the same things, you keep thinking the same thing. This person may not have been able to let things go, and just be quite self-destructive, and in doing so has caused has triggered Aquarius to just wipe them out of all history books. You know what I mean? Like it's gotten to the point where Aquarius is like, you know what, you just don't even exist to me anymore. You just don't even exist to me. And that's going to cause this person to have all these glitches, or just randomly, they may randomly just message you and just be like, "Rah," and then pull away. Or post hateful memes, like, when someone's having a relationship problem because the posts, it's just interesting that they came forward. So, yeah. I'm a bit afraid to get into the emotional space here. I'm a bit afraid. Let's be honest. What's going to come forward? So let's see how Aquarius feels about their person that's coming towards them in this love reading. I don't know if this is love, guys. See what they said? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. I don't know why I keep saying. I'm getting a lot of music with you, Aquarius. You're either a singer, someone who, you may not communicate with words, but you may actually communicate. You may play a song for your feelings, or music triggers you to think about this person. Right. How does Aquarius feel about this person when it comes to love? What are the feelings? Yeah, almost. They just said it. You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love. Okay. You're not really fighting it. Like, you're just going with the flow. See, the fish, it refers to the fish jumping upstream, struggling to, survive and get to the breeding grounds, and they fight the tide, and your first card came out with going with the flow. Go to the sea, going with the flow. You're not really fighting or resisting, you're just going. And emotionally, you're gone. You've clocked out of this reading when it comes to love, Aquarius. Especially for this person, I feel like you've just we've been here so many times, and I'm just done. You know what I mean? I'm just done. And it's like there was love here, definitely. But if you're not going to play the game right, or if you're not going to be a team member or be part of the tribe, then why do I want to fight for it? They're not giving you a reason to fight for it. They're giving you all the reasons to just allow it to be gone. You know what I mean? And so emotionally, you've tuned off. But in saying that, Aquarius does not deal well with emotions. So it's just like, I'm not even going to bother. It's just that mentality. Let's see how your person feels about you when it comes to love. Person can be towards Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and how they feel about love, please. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, how they feel about love. Yeah, there's a couple of cards here. I sort of know there's too many, but when I saw the rabbit, they're scared. They're scared of you, and they're just too vigilant. I should put that out there. Yeah, hyena. Oh, yeah, your person. They got a dark side. They got a nasty side to them. But you know, they're dysfunctional. They definitely come forward with some type of trauma or dysfunction that they carry. The hyena is a people pleaser, but they're very cynical. They're very it's like they have no faith in society or in people. You know what I mean? It's like they you know, you'll say look on the bright side of life, and they'll always look elsewhere. They're like, no. You'll say, oh look, oh no, the car broke down. The car broke down. You know, we've got a flat tire. Let's just say we've got a flat tire. And this person will just explode. Oh my God, you didn't get the tire fixed. Oh my God, this is your fault. And you're just like, but there's a spare tire in the back. I'm just going to, you know, it's like Aquarius can be quite nonchalant, and this person would just be like over the top. Okay. They're quite dramatic. They're very dramatic types of energy, especially when it comes to their feels, but they definitely are a people pleaser, but in the same respect as being a people pleaser, it builds resentment because they're not happy themselves. They make others happy, but don't know what happiness is for them. And the energy that you share is the dolphin. And that is so weird. But I know why it's there. You and this person have strong sexual chemistry. Emotionally, that's where the bond was through sex. Sex is love, but sex is not love. Sex is sex. Love is felt separate from sex. You know, like love is a feeling that, how do I describe it? What are the best ways to describe it? Love is an emotion, where sex is an action. But it does create emotion, but it's separate. It's a physical thing and less about the emotional. So when it comes to the dolphin is really lovely and has a lot of energy, a lot of sexual energy too. Like, you know, you and this person, if you didn't have to talk to each other, would actually get on well, like sexually. But, you know, I'm just hearing someone, you know, like, you know, you got to work with me, man. You got to work with me. You know, this person isn't quite, oh, they don't know how to change. So Aquarius is like, okay, I'm gonna have to be the bad guy here. I'm gonna have to be the bad guy. You're playing the role of the bad guy, but really you're doing this because this person has got a lot of distortion to the energy. And even though, yeah, it might be good in some areas, like I feel at some point there was a lot of love, a lot of really strong chemistry that kept you together, but over time I think it wore away at you. Like it wore away, like the urge and the love wasn't there, because this part started to become less, because they started to become more dark side. It started becoming a chore and less about fun and being together. That's the only way I can describe it. Hopefully that's resonates for you. But it's like, yeah, there was a lot of sexual chemistry, but then over time that it's like not enough, it's not quite enough. Yeah, see, someone wasn't being sincere about their feelings. Page of Cups talks about apologies, upright and sincerity, but in reverse, insincerity, disconnection of, of your intuition, not very honest with yourself. Why are they saying that? The Hierophant. You may not have been happy about a commitment you made with this person. The Hierophant could also be a Taurus. That is the Taurus card, but you may be dealing with an insincere younger person that you were in a commitment with. or someone that was a little bit immature and not, but this is like maybe not really in the love space when it came to a commitment. You may not have felt that love or that sincerity of love, honesty. And if you're not going in with your cup full when you go into a proper relationship, it literally speaks the end already. So it may have been tough if you weren't ready to be in a commitment, or in a committed relationship with somebody. The Hanged Man. Yeah, sort of. This is, what is Sagittarius? Hanged Man, Sagittarius? It's weird because it's like being stuck and seeing things from a higher perspective. Next to the Hierophant. So it's like you started to realize that you didn't really have the heart for it anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's weird, because even though this is talking about commitment and talking about being stuck, I just heard freedom, freedom. You know what I mean? Like maybe you longed for freedom because you realized that in the end, there was love there, but it wasn't enough to hold you because you weren't happy. You weren't feeling connected. You weren't feeling that emotional space. Yeah, blockages, definitely. 7 of Wands. Let's just ask if this can be fixed. Let's just see if Aquarius wants this to be fixed. Does Aquarius want this to be fixed? This person with this person. Death in reverse. Let's just say, if it was upright, I would say yes. Transforming it into something different. Death and transformation talks about change and growth, but in reverse, resisting it. So there's a lot of blockages, and you may be dealing with a Scorpio. It's not dead, but it's stagnant. Definitely stagnant. And I only say that because it's resisting change. So I feel like you're purposefully allowing this person to believe it's over because you're disconnecting. You're disconnecting from this person on purpose. And that's because of that rinse and repeat. They've shown a side to them that you just don't want to deal with anymore. It's like, you know what? I did love you. I did. But it's come to the point where love is just really, truly not enough. And I think you longed for freedom because it was like you couldn't see any other way out. Is there anything else Spirit wants to add? Yeah, Page of Swords. See, there's a lot of immaturity and insincerity when it came to a commitment that became a very stuck situation, like blockages. And the 7 of Wands is about putting up a defense, and the Death card is resisting change. And then the Page of Swords in reverse, it's immaturity. And then you have insincerity. So there's a lot of conflict. There was a lot of fighting. There's a lot of tit for tat. Yeah, see, look. In-house fighting and mental mind flux. That's the word I use instead of saying the F word. I say flux. So, yeah, definitely a lot of negative energy. So I think Aquarius actually made the right decision here. Yeah. The World in reverse. Yep. You may be dealing with a fixed sign. I'm just going to put it out there. Which is a Aquarius. Oh, hey, you're an Aquarius. Scorpio, Taurus, or a Leo. And I feel like there was a lot of miscommunication, miscoordination. No. Yeah. Like there was definitely some miscommunication here. And it's kind of, whoever, your person has a, look at them. They have a mental glitch here. It's a learned behavior. It's like they don't deal well with trauma. It could be you as well. It could be both of you. Because, Aquarius is not really good with dealing with the emotions. So maybe I just don't want to deal with you right now, so I don't want to see you. But because there was so much fighting and bickering, like it's the bickering. I want to say bitching, tit for tat. It got really silly, for no reason other than, well, and actually for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons in here, isn't there? There's a lot of trauma going on. You came forward with trauma, and they come forward with a lot of mental trauma. Like there's something in their mind that's not quite right, and then it's caused the world to be in reverse. Now the world is when you complete a cycle, is victorious. There's a lot of equal exchange, but with the world in reverse, it's hindrance. Not being able to complete a transaction. You're like, it wasn't victorious. It was an ending, and with the death in reverse, it definitely was not nice. So you definitely, I'm saying that word a lot. I feel like Aquarius made the right decision to leave, but you need to gain insight that going forward too soon without healing the wound just puts all that bleeding. I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding in love. You're just going to bleed that on to someone new. So get the healing that you need, Aquarius. You are the star in the tarot, which brings in healing. Get the healing that you need. You need to, I know that this is something that Aquarius won't really like to hear, but sometimes you just need to be alone and think about things from a higher perspective and realize what triggers you to maybe be negative as well, because there's a lot of sort of sweeping under the mat types of energy. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right there, guys. I think for now, Aquarius, you made the right decision. This person has a lot of trauma. You have a lot of trauma, and it would have just caused this real negative effect in your love life. So for now, you've done the right, but you do need to get some healing. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. Hopefully this resonates for you. And if it does, please leave a comment below. Give me a like. And take care of yourself. Until next time, guys. Bye.